Hello, this is Jarrett Brown. Right here in my hand I have 200 Cordoba, which is Nicaraguan money, and 200 Cordoba comes out to about $6.25 American money. And the reason I want to talk about this $6.25 is because right now in Nicaragua, the government led by Daniel Ortega is paying its supporters around $6 a day to do some of the most terrible things that you could ever think about. Lately there have been people killed on the streets by paramilitaries that are trying to put down the protesters and that are trying to break down the barricades that the protesters have put up. The paramilitaries have kidnapped people. They have put people in jail without cause. They've made people disappear. They have made people show up in shallow graves with bullet wounds to the head, the back, the neck. They have raped female detainees who were put in jail without cause for nonviolent protesters. They're threatening people. They're abusing people. They fired shots inside of a church, I think it was last week. They attacked some bishops who were allowing some protesters to enter the church. They have broken into stores and taken out all the goods. They're generally just terrorizing the population. And the reason they're doing that is because the population is standing up to Daniel Ortega for the first time in many years. And during this last 102 or 3 days, whatever it's been, the Nicaraguan people have been very brave and they've been very strong. But the problem is that these people, these protesters and these people from the community, they're standing up and they're doing so mostly in a non-violent way. They don't have weapons, they don't have guns. They do have some mortars, but they're not really anything you can aim, and they haven't caused very many deaths, if any. But these people are not armed, and they're being attacked by people who are heavily armed, who are supported 100% by the Nicaraguan government. And the Nicaraguan government, by Daniel Ortega, has gone so far as to bring mercenaries from Venezuela and Cuba over to help repress the people and put down this what you would call, I guess, a revolution, a peaceful revolution. And it's become more and more clear that Daniel Ortega realizes what is going on, and he realizes how serious it's going to be, how serious it is, and that there's a chance that he could lose power, but he's holding on to it very tightly, and he's doing anything and everything he can to keep power, because without power he loses all his wealth. But getting back to the main point, Daniel Ortega is preying upon his supporters, their poverty, and using their desperation to help keep himself in power. And a lot of these people, they're proud of Daniel Ortega because of things that happened in the 70s and 80s. He was a revolutionary, and many of their parents, or even them, fought alongside him or for him. But now they're being paid to do things to their own neighbors and their own countrymen that are just really hard to imagine for me and probably for you too. So again, just the main point is that people in Nicaragua who are being paid by the government are terrorizing their own countrymen and are violating human rights. They are just causing all sorts of problems. And I hope that you will take some time to look into this situation in Nicaragua, because I think it's really important. It's a case about democracy, it's a case about human rights, it's a case about freedom of speech, and also about terrorism from the top, from the government, down towards the citizens. And so this is something I care really strongly about, and I hope you'll take a look at it. Thank you.